Welcome, Tzvi here. The Torah is designed to help us in all facets of our life. Holistic simply means whole. It's like two halves joining together to make a beautiful, complete package. We learn from many sefers, the Gemara, the Talmud. It talks about how the body was made to heal. There's an example of a man that went through a paddock and got torn up because of the spiky plants that were growing. And it says very clearly that we know his clothes can't be mended, but the body's made to heal over time. So we learn out from there in one place and many other places that the body's meant to naturally heal. But one of the big things I've learned over many years is what? When you try and control a situation, this is what the problem is we have to give that power back to the Creator, God, Hashem Himself. And by doing that, you're actually healing the body by letting go. The control is just too much pressure. It actually called locking the body up in like fight or flight. So it's going into survival mode. So how does it have any energy left over to heal it when all it's doing is in survival mode? When really, if there's a problem or something that's not working, we're meant to be there and hand it back to God, ask Him and connect into Him to allow Him to help us heal. This is why it's so beautiful that when you understand holistic and part of Jewish ways is completely intertwined with each other. This is the main reason why, is because of that. Is the whole thing is that we're meant to let go. Actually, the real part of it is we're never meant to take on those pressures or pains. As soon as we realize, whoop, we've got to stop there, our evil inclination has hooked us in again and think, we're in charge. No, you are the Creator, God Himself is. But when you say, I'm in control, that's when everything goes a little bit out of skew. Because we know when we trust and believe, and we know it's actually more than we actually believe. We actually know that this problem situation was given to us. It was the whole reason was from the Creator to make us a better person. It was never designed to complete harm us, God forbid. It's a wake-up call. So that's why when we get this situation, we should be excited about it and realize this is a major opportunity to grow. But unfortunately, the evil inclination comes in. The Yitzhara says, hey, you've got to take this on. You've got to work it out. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. It's like just letting go of everything we believe in as Orthodox Jews and deciding, I'm going to take it on. I'm the biggest power there is. Well, that's the problem. Our body and mind is not made to do it. There's a far greater force that can take hold of it. We're meant to give it back to Him and leave it with Him. So when we start going through that process of actually unwinding, in a sense, of what we've taken on and start doing what we're created to do, is actually enjoy this world. When we can actually get into that mode of start enjoying, so when we can actually let go of that situation, it's like taking a major weight come off and we give it back to the Creator. Our body can start to heal. And I've seen many times, it can happen in a fairly short amount of time. We're talking 24 hours. Sometimes when it's deeper and more, it takes a lot longer. But the main point is once you understand and know that it can heal, it changes everything around, totally everything around. I've seen it many times that when you start believing, you can, not just in this area, many areas, when you believe you can do something, like you can believe that when you take one step and over another, you're going to walk, or you believe that that ground's going to solid, not all of a sudden going to sink, like, whoa, what happened? No, you know this is a solid ground. You know you have the ability. As simple as that. We have to know that in all aspects of our life, that our Creator's there. And if it doesn't go that way, we know just as well that it's good. The Creator's given it to us. So we have to constantly be open to it. See, a big facet of this with the Jewish life, Orthodox life, and holistic healing is to understand the fundamental principle of what it's all about is we have free will of our thoughts and our emotions. So when we understand that, when something comes up, we end up going into our imagination or visualizing or whatever it is without even realizing, and we predict it or create it in a not so pleasant way. So what happens? The body will take it on, it'll start locking up. You may not physically see that. It can, Tzvi Shalom, God forbid that it can actually harm us inside. God forbid that ever happens. But we're taking it on emotionally and negatively. As I said before, the Creator brought us in this world to enjoy it in a very much Torah way. To see the beautiful, see the amazing things that happen in this world. That's what He brought us here for. He didn't come here to destroy the body. Does that make any sense? There's no test in that. That's like saying, I'm going to fail you. Before you sit in that test, I'm 100% going to fail you. Even maybe more, 110% guaranteed to fail you. No, he wants to give us the highest marks possible. And the best way to get the highest marks is being a joyful mode. And when we start taking things on, we actually, God forbid, shut him out and take it over. So we have to give it back to him and allow the body to heal. When we're saying healing, in some sense, we're putting it back into the normal calibration from where it was in the beginning. Healthy, enjoying, happiness. Look at a newborn baby, smiling at all sorts of little things. The simplest things, you look at them, looking at their hand and like smiling. It's like, wow. Did you really forget how much joy there was in just moving your hand of a baby? It's like the most amazing thing ever. Another very relevant part is these tests, these health tests, the income test, Panasa, whatever it may be, that the two areas I really specialize in life, we talk a lot about in this channel. Oh, before I forget, if you subscribe, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very, very much. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button, whichever side it is, I can never remember. But we were designed as spiritual beings as well. So when you realize this physical thing is just a small portion of it, we're actually physical beings. You can't have a physical body without spirituality, and you can't have spirituality without a physical body, because otherwise the spiritual portion can't be in this world. So if we understand there's a greater part to it, that they're all connected, its whole thing is these tests are designed for one reason: to make us grow, to be better people spiritually, physically, and help us realize that the Creator's there to take care of all our big problems. It's like our big Father. Father, please help me. Abba, Tati, please take care of my problems. You're there for me. Like a little kid, like a little kid looks up to his father and realize, hey, he's going to take care of this problem. You call him up, Father, Daddy, Tati, please help me. And you know without a doubt that he will. The same thing, we realize, hey, we've got to spend time thanking him. And what happens when your Father does it? You thank him, you appreciate it, you get excited about it. Same thing, we know the Creator can take care of this health issue. It's without a doubt. This is why I say it's so important to understand that holistic and Jewish Orthodox way is exactly linked together, because everything it is that our body is made to heal. We're meant to enjoy, and we know without a doubt that happiness is the strongest form of healing the body, healing the mind, whatever it is. It's very hard to be depressed and be happy at the same time. You can pretend to be happy, but what happens? Oh, you're telling me I'm faking it. No, you're actually retraining the body. We've got to keep doing it. It may not feel natural because the old way is so dominant. It's crept into us. The old Yitzhahara has crept in and say, this is what you've got to do. This is the way it is, the old habits. But really, that's not really what the way we were created. We were created to enjoy it. But then it becomes scary. Oh no, I'm going to a new place. We don't even realize we're doing it. It's like, it feels so familiar. Even that familiar place that feels so awful is so familiar. Going, nope, let go. Take that deep breath. Hashem, Creator, God, I want to hand it back to you. I'm going to start visualizing him, letting him know what I do want. He may not be able to see it exactly, but you can put a little bit into it. And then you take your deep breaths and you realize, I don't need this stress. I was not designed for this stress. I'm going to give it back to you. And I'm going to just try my best. All we're here to do is, we know we have the ability over our thoughts. We're not involved in outcomes and end results. Our ability is just to be present right now and just work on it. And all of a sudden, I've seen it happen so many times, you start taking one step and another step. And you're like, whoa, this really is happening. There's no stress, it can just happen because you're present right now. You're letting go of all the old, we'll call it garbage, the old thoughts, letting go of it all. And this is such an amazing way it happens. So I want to summarize it up. Letting go means giving back to the power. Now, there's a difference between letting go and saying forgiving somebody. We should forgive them anyway, but our past was there for a good reason. But that negative emotion that happened to that situation, you're not meant to keep holding on to that negative situation. Are we meant to have that negative situation in the past live with us for the rest of our life to harm us? What is the point in that? Now you can't ever go past that because you think that that thing in the past, if I got the arrows the right way, is going to be beneficial to us. But it's not. It was a learning step. It was something we're meant to grow and be thankful for. But if you look at it the wrong way, you're going to destroy the rest of your life. It's quite simply can happen, because if your mind thinks that way, oh, I don't want this to happen to me again. I'm going to protect myself. No, that's not what it's about. It's about realizing we needed that at that time. And at the same time, God, Hashem, the Creator, gave us the energy, the koach, to get through it. So if we understand that, it's like it's a step. I can't get up that step. It's too hard. But we know that that step there, we're given the strength to, oh, maybe I have the strength to do it. I'm going to try it. Boop, up you go. A whole different mindset. It's amazing. Everything just opens up. And we have to understand mindfulness is being aware of the problem. And mindfulness means that I don't need to hold on to this problem. This problem is here to test me, and I'm asking the Creator God to physically take care of it. And there's deep inside situations of physical thing. It has a very, very heavy connection spiritually. And when we can, I've seen it happen. I've worked on people when you're sitting with them and they change that. You bring up that negative situation and you enlighten it with a nice positive energy to it. It changes the whole thing. It takes a heavy weight off it. It's like you can barely walk because of the heavy weight on it. And when you change it to something calm and you think about it next time, it's like it's just an easy walk. It's like, wow, what happened? It's changed. This is what it's all about, is letting go, giving back to the Creator and enjoying our life. I want to thank you very much for staying through to the end. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me and I love to share much more with you. Looking forward to sharing again. Thank you.